Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man, Moray DB. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you can know when we're coming on. And hopefully we'll get more consistent time on here, preferably Sunday evenings and probably Tuesday evenings. What's going on, everybody? Like, subscribe, share. If you're on Facebook, make sure /Elephant Man Podcast, you find us on there. IG Elephant Man _podcast as well. Hopefully everybody's doing well. And of course on YouTube, like, subscribe, share. We're looking for a few mods. I will put my email in the chat in a minute. And if you're interested in being a mod for this channel, then I'll email you. I'll email you back and tell you what you got to do. So hopefully everybody's doing well. Salute. Shalom to everybody this afternoon, this evening. I tried to go live a few minutes ago. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to worry about it. So blessings to all this afternoon. I want to share something with you. Oh, Only God Can Judge Me, Part 2 came out not too long ago. If you can, go check that out. Only God Can Judge Me, Part 3. We're studying the book of Judges. Only God Can Judge Me, Part 3, Tuesday, September the 7th at 6:45. So hopefully I give enough people enough time to log in and check that out. Tomorrow, a few questions about 9/11. Join me tomorrow for that interesting discussion, interesting topic. A few questions about 9/11. I have a few questions that still I'm pondering about the events that happened at 9/11. Now, I really don't do it on the day of 9/11 because people be like, oh, you're being insensitive. It's time to, show respect and different things like that. And I'm never disrespectful. People have lost their lives, but they lost their loved ones. And, we're praying for those families and those victims of 9/11. But I got a few questions to ask. Tomorrow, we're going to ask those questions. I'm not insinuating. I'm not anything. I just got a few questions to ask. So join us tomorrow for a few questions to ask about 9/11. All right. If you haven't already, check out Moray Dwayne Harris for Hebrew Connect, the creator of Hebrew Connect and Hebrew Connect TV. I had him on. It's very, very powerful. Also, Tone Spain, I had him on not too long ago. Check those old shows out. Like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell. Also, we talked about the blame game and other things, right? Check that one out too. That's very, very interesting. So let's get right into a few little things we're going to talk about tonight. First thing, let's get into this fashion thing. Check this out. Boom. Now, you might look and say, what is that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a necktie. All right, I'm going to show you what it looks like on the gentleman. So that's a new style, a new necktie made of rope. It looks like, it looks like a noose. I guess it's fashionable, but what do you think about that? Say something in the comment about that. You think we should, that's cool? Am I over the top for thinking that is a noose? Or is that cool rope design? Show this one. See, it just looked like a noose a little bit. I don't know, man. Just very, very. I mean, it's an African American company, but still, oh man. Let me know what you think about that. That's crazy. Shalom, Lynn Bernard. She said, shaking my head. No, shine away. Blessings to you both. Yeah, I was kind of tripping off of that a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't think it's fashionable. At one time they had, I think American Eagle had some bracelets, and they almost look like broken hand chains. You know what I mean? And I remember one time Adidas came out with some shoes, but it looked like a broken chain off of like a slave chain or something. It was crazy, man. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, I don't know. So I think we go far. That's a little bit much for me, man. I mean, maybe they weren't thinking about that, but even right here when it's tied in right, I just like, wow, man. I don't know if I can rock that, man. That's just me. See what I'm saying? And maybe they weren't even thinking like that when they came up with these designs, but I don't know if I could rock a rope around my neck, man. Seeing what our ancestors been through and a lot of people been through. I got a few other things to share with you guys. First thing I want to share is wait, I want to get this about some police had some pushback. Police unions had pushback on mandatory jab. Check this out.
The FDA's approval of Pfizer's COVID vaccine has opened the floodgates to vaccine requirements in local communities, and that includes law enforcement. Many police unions, however, are pushing back, saying officers should not be forced to get the shot. NBC News national reporter Janelle Griffith has new reporting on NBCnews.com on this issue. Janelle, what have you learned about the police opposition to vaccination?
Yes, Aaron. So this battle is playing out in cities and towns across the country. Police unions in Oklahoma, in Seattle, in New York, as well as in Massachusetts are pushing back, like you said. And last Monday, hours after the FDA fully approved the Pfizer vaccine, Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot said that all city employees would be required to be vaccinated against COVID-19. She said that there was no way around it because they needed to protect themselves as well as the public that they serve. Just as quickly as she made that announcement, the head of the Fraternal Order of Police there vowed not to comply. And this is something we're seeing in a lot of cities and towns, large and small, around the country.
You know, Janelle, one of the people that you spoke to said that officers are not used to being told what to do, and that may have contributed to the lower vaccination rates. Talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yes. So I spoke to a retired law enforcement officer who used to be the head of a police department and the chief of public safety in New Jersey. And he said exactly what you just said. He said that we have to keep in mind that police officers are used to giving orders, not necessarily taking them, and that may be contributing to the low vaccination rates. And he said that in areas where we're seeing pushback, he thinks that elected officials and the heads of police departments should instead take a different approach. Perhaps they could do things to incentivize officers to get vaccinated, such as giving out cash rewards if they do get the vaccine, or for officers who get vaccinated and still contract COVID-19 on duty. He said they shouldn't have to take sick time to recover, that they should get extra days while they recover.
Some interesting reporting right now on NBCnews.com.
Wow, that's interesting. It's wrapping up. Man, some police and some nurses and other people, they're like, you know, that's crazy that the law enforcement say we used to giving orders, not taking orders. You know what I mean? You know, you enforce the law and make sure everybody live by the law of the land. Very, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting topic. But we're praying for those families. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on in this country. We're praying on for the families that's hit by Hurricane Ida and the floods. I couldn't even post the videos of floods on the East Coast. That's amazing. Subways are full of water, houses. It's amazing, man. So we're praying for those families. We're praying for the victims, even the people that's got hit by the fire on the West Coast. You know, the West Coast still on fire. You know, East Coast is underwater, West Coast still on fire. It's a madhouse. It's the beginning of sorrows. We got to pray for one another. We got to take care of one another. We got to look out for one another, right? So check out this video real quick about the death toll rising. And trust me, we got a positive spin at the end of this message because I don't want you to see it's a bear of bad news show or anything like that. Check out this.
Gabe Gutierrez leads us off tonight from Manville, New Jersey. And Gabe, we see one of those explosions there right behind you. That building's still smoking tonight.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. This building is still smoldering. It used to be a banquet hall, and it exploded during the flooding because of an apparent gas leak. Luckily, no one was inside. But across the Northeast, this storm was much more deadly than in the South. This is the moment Ida's remnants burst through. A terrifying wall of water flooding a basement in New Jersey. Everyone survived, but in New York City, at least 8 people have died in basement apartments. Across the Northeast, the death toll shot up today.
It's terrifying, especially with the kids. You know, It's horrible. Looking at our house like this, it's terrible.
Andres Andrade rode out the storm in Manville, New Jersey with his wife and 2 young kids. As the water rose quickly, they rushed upstairs and had to be rescued.
Did you have any idea that the storm would be this intense?
Never thought of this.
Several homes exploded due to apparent gas leaks. Part of this one ended up all the way across the street. It was tough for firefighters to get here because many neighborhoods were underwater. Another explosion captured by a porch camera. Mario Rivera is staying at a shelter after his house burned down.
How hard is it to look at this home?
I cannot believe it, because it's something never happened to me.
This was no ordinary flooding. In Philadelphia, some major highways are still impassable. Tonight, tributes are pouring in for Connecticut State Police Sergeant Brian Mole, who died after his cruiser was swept away. In New York City, body camera video shows officers rushing to rescue people during the record-shattering rain in Central Park.
It's quite clear our state and our nation does not have the infrastructure to meet this moment and to meet the future as it relates to these storms, which are more frequent and more intense.
For Megan and Caesar Dahmer in Manville, that intensity blew up their world.
We just thought it was going to be a bad rainstorm, honestly.
The young couple decided to evacuate because of their 4-month-old daughter, Lila. Tonight, they're glad they did.
It's hard. We're going to get through this.
Their starter home may be finished, but in the rubble, a discovery, a picture of Lila.
We thank God every day, and we have family that's here for us.
Gabe, we're glad that family's okay, but we have to ask you, we're hearing more and more about these home explosions tied to the flooding. What exactly is happening inside these homes?
Yes, Tom, many of these areas are not used to major flooding. The water can damage gas lines, triggering leaks, and that's what can lead to these explosions, Tom.
Wow. So the water can hit the gas line. Whew. That's crazy, man. So we're praying for those people. We're praying for those families, man. It's just crazy, man. We can't be in our own little world, our own little bubble, and don't know what's going on around us, But one thing that they said that was very, very important, they said they evacuated. That's which brings me up to my next story. Very, very interesting story. I couldn't, okay, you live down south, right? You're in New Orleans or you're in Mississippi, whatever, Alabama, and they say, hey, you know what? Hurricane had to come. You got to evacuate. What if you couldn't evacuate? And what was going on was a lot of people who didn't evacuate got ostracized and a lot of pushback. They did not know all the information, right? And I don't want to go ahead of myself for this next clip, but it's like, what if you couldn't evacuate, right? A lot of low-income housing people, they might not have a ride. You know what I'm saying? I remember time we ain't had no car. You know what I mean? We had to get on the bus or walk. You know what I'm saying? You might just can't pick up and just leave when you evacuate and go where. So I'm gonna show this next thing about they were saying we don't have the funds. Check this out.
We just don't have the funds. We don't have the funds to stay anywhere else. We're barely making it trying to get some gas.
Ana Ramos was born and raised in Kenner, Louisiana, 15 minutes from downtown New Orleans.
I've been through all the hurricanes possible. For Hurricane Gustav, I had to evacuate pregnant, almost giving birth.
Wanting to evacuate before Hurricane Ida hit and being able to are two different situations.
Once we tried to book, we saw the cheapest I found was in Panama City, Florida, and it was $184 a night.
Something her family couldn't afford for a night, much less weeks if they couldn't get back home. Ana's story isn't unique.
My family, my pets, everybody is here, so, and where are we going to go? I mean, hotel rooms are full, houses are full.
I got a backpack with a few clothes in it in case I had to run out just somewhere, but you know what? I didn't know where I wound up at.
But oftentimes, people who decide to stay during a dangerous hurricane get shamed.
The shaming and the sometimes very bad assumptions about why people behave in certain ways comes up after every single evacuation.
Law professor Michelle Dickerson says evacuation can be a complicated logistical undertaking that will
almost always lead back to money, resources, and to some extent, social capital. You have to have a lot of things that low income and marginalized communities often don't have.
A lot goes into an evacuation decision.
I have an old car. My car is a 2008. So just mechanically, I mean, we keep up with it, but is it going to be able to get where we need to go?
And with a bad case of arthritis,
Houston from Kenner is about 5 or 6 hours. Plus, you have to add on 3 or 4 hours of travel because of traffic. I would not be able to travel so long like that.
Can your household afford lost wages from not showing up to work potentially for weeks? Are you caring for a critically ill loved one who can't move? Are you healthy enough to travel? Do you have pets? Do you have reliable transportation? Do you have enough money for gas, food, a hotel room?
When we say, well, why didn't they just evacuate? If all of those pieces aren't in place, the logistics of the evacuation process won't work.
Even the time of the month a hurricane hits can affect a person's decision to evacuate.
So one of the awful things that we've seen with Katrina, with Harvey, and now with Ida, they all hit at the end of the month. When people that live sort of from paycheck to paycheck, their paycheck may not hit again until today. Well, they needed to evacuate it several days ago, but if the money hasn't hit, they don't have the money to pay to evacuate.
At the end of the day, even if someone may want to evacuate, the decision may already be made for them.
Wow. So we got to take in consideration, man. We know it's easy for us to say, well, why don't he just do that? Or why don't they just do this? And why they didn't evacuate? It was a mandatory evacuation. They should have listened and evacuated. We don't know what people's situation is. But we got to continue to pray for family and friends and check on your family and friends that's down south. You know what I'm saying? Because the main thing that they were saying that was very, very interesting, the shaming. You feel what I'm saying? You're already going through a stressful time, and here goes somebody assuming that they know what's going on. All you got to do is just pack up and just, okay, well, what if we don't have money for a hotel room? You know, it's a lot of factors in it, like they said. And what about lost wages? They were saying some jobs weren't going to hold their job till they got back, you know, even though it was an unfortunate situation. Transportation, social capital. That was a very interesting when they talked about social capital, networking. You know what I'm saying? And then the time of the month when they check it, you know, just so happened that those natural disasters hit at the end of the month, and they didn't have the money there. So that's, we got to really look out for one another, man. And Israel, we need to have something in place for real. So no matter who is getting hit, north, west coast, east coast, south, down south, midwest, we'll be able to have a go-to plan that we can roll out. You know what I mean? Because like they said last time, they was waiting for FEMA for a long time. You know what I mean? But if we got enough resources, you know what I'm saying, I believe, you know, that we don't have to just wait on the government for everything. And I'm not anti-government, but, you know, we sitting there waiting on them to make a decision, you know, when we can put boots to the ground, load up some U-Hauls and do what we got to do. So when these things happen, we have something in place. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Not just talking about it and y'all need to just get out of there. Well, that's easier said than done for some people. All right. So, yeah. How do people move around if they can't afford it? Right, Ruma. That's right. How do they move around if they really can't afford it? So, yeah, we got to look out for one another. We got to be mindful of that and cognizant of that. We can't just, you know, they're disobeying the evacuation. How you gonna let them come stay with you? You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So on another note, I want to talk about Bruce Isaac. The awakening is going on everywhere. No one can stop the awakening. No UA community, urban apologists can stop the community. No person that's in the church that's in denial. Nobody can stop this awakening because it's the Most High is doing. And I thought this was real, real cool. Some of you seen it already. I'm going to play it again. Bruce Isaac recognizing the Most High and who he is and whose he is. Check this out.
Thank you so much. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. All right. So they moved my iPad from up here, but it's all good. We're gonna roll with it. It's coming from the heart tonight. I thank God, Father God, for this moment, for this situation, this circumstances here tonight, and I thank His Son, Jesus Christ, who loved me and who gave Himself for me. I'm honored to be here tonight. Julius Irvin, Dr. J, for always saying God did it before he gave an interview. That left an impression on me. All the defensive backs, the ones that baptized me and the ones that I baptized. Thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. To the people of the book, my people, I love you. The message is, the work is finished. Walk in it. My message to you is, consent to be loved. Consent to His righteousness. Consent to be awakened. Consent to be restored and unified. It's there for us. It's for us. They moved my iPad, but it's from the heart. Got 1 minute, 32 seconds left. I ran a pretty decent 40. I was faster with pads on than I was without pads. So let's get this. My people, I love you. We got big plans. The plans ahead of us, they're wonderful. They're supernatural, and I can't wait, man. And Father God is fighting this battle for us. We're being driven by Him, by His justice, by His vengeance, and His recompense. Yes, it's real. Believe that. The fishers and the hunters have been released. And as one of those fishers, allow me to announce in our native, in our primary language, Baruch haba Beshem Yahweh, blessed be He who comes in the name of the Lord. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome. Baruch haba Beshem Yahweh, blessed is He who comes in the name of Yahweh. That's powerful. That's powerful. Man, that was very, very interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. Oh man, you know what? I lose so many subscribers, but it is what it is. Elephant Man Podcast Network is grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room, and it's okay. You know, this channel is not for everybody, and I don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Praise Yahweh, man. And we're gonna keep moving forward, and we're gonna keep, seeing what He wants us to do. Amen. And it's in time. So now I got this other video I want to show about. I don't know if you guys know this guy, Jason Williams. He is from Detroit. This brother is unbelievable. I would love to get him on here, man. But I know there's gonna probably be a couple of bands to get him on here. But I'll reach out. Yahweh might touch his heart. But I'm going to show this thing about purging passivity. You know what I mean? We are taught as young men, so-called African American men, to be non-threatening, to be I ain't gonna say soft, but basically non-threatening. We're not taught to scream, yell, put bass in our voice. They call it toxic masculinity. They call it, macho bravado, you know what I mean? So everybody can beat their chests and express themselves except for us, because it's a fear there. That's what I think, among many other reasons, you know what I mean? Because the gifts and callers are without repentance, you know what I'm saying? And so let's check this out real quick. It's real, real good.
You gotta practice being bold, you understand? Yes, sir. So now grab me with assertiveness. That's not hard. Grab it like you mean. There you go. Go back. Grab me again. Go. Come on. That's not strong enough. Grab it. Good. Go back. Come on. Smack. Harder. Good. Go back. One more time. Hit me hard. Come on. Good. Come on. Good. Good. One more time. There we go. Come on. Hit me hard. Come on. Work through your fear. Good. Come on. Go back. Chest to chest. Harder. Harder. Good. Come on. Go. Come on. Harder. Harder. Let's go. Good. Come on. Come on, get over that fear. Good. There you go, baby. Come on, let's go. Work through it. There you go. One more time. Just go harder. Good. You got to get over that. You hear me? What is your fear now? Look at me. Look at me. I'm trying to figure this out. Look at me. What's your fear? What's your fear? What you say, son? I don't understand. What do you mean doing it harder? Oh, doing it more assertive, hitting me harder? That's what you mean? Yeah. Good. Listen, I just have to work on you understanding the difference when you're supposed to be assertive and when you're supposed to be peaceful. Because you got a real kind spirit. Look at me. But the enemy will use that against you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you do not know how to turn on the lion when the lion needs to come out, you will lose in here and in life. So if I'm welcoming the lion, I want you to bring the lion out. Unfortunately, too many of us as Christians have been taught that it's wrong to be angry. And the Bible says, be angry, but don't sin. You ready to bring out the lion?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. Come around, hug me, embrace, and grab me, and smack me on my back all again. Good. Embrace it. Let's go. Go. Yeah, come on, Susan. Good. Yell coming to me. Let's go. Come on. One more time. Yell right now and come to me yelling. Go. Good. There you go, baby. Ain't nothing really hurting me. Let's go. Go. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. So come on. Good. Listen. That's okay. It's okay. Alright? Look at me. Listen, I struggle with the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to bring out the lion in me either. I don't want to bring the lion out. It's scary, isn't it? But what you got to understand, look at me. Yahushua or Jesus need that lion the way this world is now. Remember we talked about Yahushua turning the tables in the temple?
Yes, sir.
Was he a lamb or a lion?
A lion.
Remember?
Yes, sir.
He was a lion. It's okay. We've been lied to. It's okay to be angry as long as you don't sin. Right now, I'm asking you to let loose. Let the lion come out. And it's scary because you don't want to bring it out. But if you don't ever bring it out, Brady, you'll never know how to control it when it comes out. That's why so many boys get in trouble, have temper tantrums, rage, right? So it's a process. I don't like the lion either. I don't like it, but he's needed now. Then the lamb can come out when the lamb is needed. But right now, you got to pull that lion out. Can you give me one more time? Good. There you go. Embrace it. Enjoy it. Go. Juice. Come on. Ah! Good. Now what I want you to do is this so we can shift that emotion. I want you to smile. All right? Smile now. All right. Get back. All right. Now, check this out. Now you're tricking your fear. Smile. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Come here. Watch this. You take this? All right, now. Sit up. Now, that's crazy. You want to go back crying? Listen, I'm trying to teach you something. Now, I need you to shake that fear the same way. It's hard, but you gotta learn. Can you try it again?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. Juice, go. Oh, good. Go again. Juice, come on. Good. Come on. Juice, come on. Good. Then you go back up. Let's go. Juice. Good. See the difference? It's scary, but it's a process that you got to walk through. You are called to be as bold as a lion. Only is written that the wicked run when ain't nobody chasing.
You are called to be as bold as a lion. Only the wicked run when no one is chasing them. That is so powerful. I'm glad that young man is being able to get a chance to vent out because we all got a lion in us, right? And he said you got to be able to turn on the lion, right? You got to be able to control that lion, though. You got to know when it's time to be the lion and when it's time to be the lamb. And I just think that that's a very, very powerful program he got up there. I'm gonna show 2 other videos and we're gonna get out of here. But I think it's a very, very powerful program up there in Detroit. And he's such a powerful thing, and it just does something to me every time I see it. And a lot of guys, they do get in trouble. It's pent up, right? It's pent up aggression. They don't have no release point, and pressure bust pipes. So when it finally comes out, it comes out uncontrollable. It comes out full of rage. It comes out full of everything. You know what I mean? And so this is crazy because even when you go into schools and stuff, you learn, okay, sit down. No. Here's the time for everything. I'm not saying you supposed to run around and be going crazy. But we sitting and we learning about other men being lions in history. They put us in the classroom and teach us world history and what George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and all these other people that did, talking about their being great, bold lions and pioneers. You know what I mean? But then on the flip side, sometimes they tell us, you was a slave when they was a lion. You know what I mean? But I think that's very, very. I think young men need to learn that. I think young men need to, and young women too, right? But young men. That's why at first when he was hitting them, he didn't know what to do with it. It's like, man, you allow me. He's like, man, you can't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? I got on this jacket and I'm, your little blows, bring it out. And so it was scary, and it was a whole range of emotions that little guy went through. But not only him, those other guys that was on the side, so many range of emotions that those guys went to. And he's like, man, only the wicked run when nobody is chasing them. You know what I mean? And so we got to be wise as a serpent, harmless as dove in these last days. And I just think that it was just so powerful. And that guy's name is Jason Williams. The Cave of Adullam. Look up Cave of Adullam. Very, 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 very. Yeah, I found it. Jason Williams. I found it on YouTube. Let me see. I could probably paste that exact one, and we're gonna watch 2 more of his videos. Then we gonna cut out. But let me see, because that's why I kept the tabs open, just in case my clip then. So hold on, and here is that actual clip that I showed. Hopefully I don't get dinged for it. I don't be knowing all of the. We need our men to teach our young boys. Shalom, I was all quiet. What did it say? Was all quiet till that. Amen. Yeah. Lion, that's why look at she put these lions on. Hey man, that's funny, man. That's funny. Yeah, man. We need that. You know what I mean? But it can get beat out of you, or not even really beat, like a physical beat out of you. It can get pulled out of you. And so now you're just, well, okay, I guess it ain't y'all's will. And you just walking around and you're not being assertive, right? You're being passive when you need to be assertive. Everything is not passivity. Everything is not passivity. Sometimes it's assertion. We have to assert ourselves sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? And other times it's time to lay back. Vengeance is mine. Okay, cool. Y'all, you got this. I'm not gonna say how long. I'm not gonna say when. It's up to you. Feel me? Cam 2, shalom, family, shalom for real. I'm gonna show these other 2 clips, and then we're gonna get out of here. But make sure you join me tomorrow. And if not, no pressure, because it ain't no, that's one thing I love about these. You can tape them. And tomorrow I got some questions about 9/11. Not no conspiracy theory stuff. I just got some serious, honest questions. Really 3. Well, 4. I got like 4 questions. And so hopefully you'll join me tomorrow with that. If not, it's going to be the playback. And then on Thursday, Only God Can Judge Me. We're going to talk about Gideon and different things like that. All right, so I want to show the other video that he got. Breaking through the emotional barrier, purging passivity. Man, that one was so powerful. When I first seen that purging passivity video, I was just like, wow. But I'm trying to get this other video. Hold on, guys. My bad. Got 1,000 tabs open. I'm surprised it's not lagging. Oh, because all my kids gone. They're not on the game. I'd be like, man, this game. can't even get through a regular internet because they be out now playing the game. Masculine transparency, the liberating powers of tears. So this man, he's powerful. Let's see, can I open up the screen, man? I'm gonna do this thing right. The masculine transparency of tears, man. This dude, share the audio. Yes, come on, that's right. All right, let's see. Play it. Let's do the serious.
So when the Holy Spirit teaches class, I can watch what he did and then write down what he taught. It's not me, gentlemen. I want you guys to know that. It's not me. I don't want you to think it's me. I'm not that good. I'm not that good of a person. I'm not that great of a teacher to do this. It's God in me. I'm not that good. I don't ever want you to look at me that way. That's why I chose you to call me Sharad, a servant. So it's not me. It's not you. It's not them. Anything you see good for me, you give glory to God. Anything you see I do bad, you pray for God to change in me, because that's me, that's us. Without the power of the Holy Spirit, Ruach HaKodesh in us, we don't have no power. We don't know how to be righteous. Do you understand? Yes. Ruach all the time. That's good. Don't push it. There you go. That's good. Back to Ruach. All right, stop. Get your head together. All right. Listen. All right, good. Hurt. And then left hand. And now, this is good for you. This is good. Good. Let it go. You run. Listen. Listen. You trying to break this. You got too much pressure on you. Like I told you, it's not me teaching. I do the same stuff. You gotta let it go to you. So you gotta break. I can't put the bombs in there. You gotta make the room that God might give you power. That's not all you gotta have a cross. That's it. You understand?
Whoa, man. Trying to pause. Still playing. All right. Wow. Did I stop it? Okay. Bro, my man's is on a whole nother different. Hold on, I had to stop that because it went to a commercial. Man, my man's on a whole nother different level, man. You know, we've been taught, man, suck it up. You crying for, man. And we only got one emotion. And that's be tough, masculine, and bust your side of the head if you know what I'm saying? But that is amazing to me. You feel what I mean? He had so much pressure on him to break that board. Everybody standing there. It looked like he failing, looked like he ain't winning. And he like, man, I don't even want to cry, man. He ended up crying. They paused it, and they gave him that support. And that's what we need. We need to support one another. He gave that young brother support, man. It's okay, man. The pressure is not on you. Remember who's doing it. The Ruach HaKodesh is going to help you. He's going to help you do this. And that young man broke that board. When the pressure was off and he had the support in place, he did it. And that's what I'm telling you right now. When the pressure is off, you got that proper support, you got the Ruach, greatest he that is in you than he that is in the world, you can do it. Period, point blank. But we got this performance thing that we got going on in us. And sometimes it's stressful. It's so hard, you know what I mean? But it's like, look, you got a support system, you got Great cloud of witnesses cheering you on. You can do this. You know that they pass the baton to you. You finished this race. You finished this. They started it. We started on their shoulders. You finished this. You can do it. And the Ruach is with you. You know, if y'all before you, who can be against you? So I just think that that's very, 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 very powerful. Very, very powerful. Hey, man, let me read some of these comments and I'm going to show one more. And, yeah, Mr. Spacely, he did do it, man. Who was that? That is Jason. He said, like, who is this guy? Right. This dude, when I seen this video, I was just like, this dude on a whole nother level. His name is Jason Williams. Look up Cave 313. I guess that might be Detroit area code. I don't know. And he's I'm gonna share another one of the links for his stuff. But he got a book out, man. Look, he said it's all right to cry, man. And he said, look, when Jordan got the championship, the first one, he was crying, and when you see all these guys win these different football and all that, they be crying, and it's okay. But then, and other things, I'm subscribed now. Appreciate it. Yeah. So, yeah, but subscribe to his channel too, man. It's very powerful. I think I'm gonna share it. It's another one of his links in there. My man is off the hook, man, and he got these little 5-minute short videos on there, man. He got a lot of stuff. He had a brother that got murdered, and then he had a lot of stuff going on in this, you know, his life, you know, as a lot of us do, Detroit youth, and he turned it around, and he's controlling that lion. So he knows when the lion need to come out, when the lamb need to come out. It's powerful. My man's is very, very powerful, man. And I love his ministry. You know, he don't have no problem crying in front of his group, man. It's just powerful, man. And it ain't about crying so much, but it's about, man, you need to be able to get that release. You know, a lot of times men, we don't talk. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm all right. You know what I mean? And then that stuff build up. And that's why women live longer than us sometimes, man. Because we got a lot of stuff going on. And I'm all right. I got to be the man and the breadwinner. And yeah, you do. You know what I'm saying? But it's all right. He said, cast your cares upon me because I care for you. To say, yeah, man, this is getting over my head. This is way over my head. Yeah, I need your help. That's okay to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? Confide in somebody who got your back, right? Right? Confide in somebody who got your back. Breaking through the emotional barriers. This is the next level.
Zeus! 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 Pull in, punch all the way through. When you feel the pain, go all the way through. That could be a barrier in life or anything. Punch hard. Zeus! Zeus! You gotta punch it hard enough. Punch through it. You feel pain? Shake that off. Let's go. Zeus! 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 That's what this is about. Good. Let's get to that. Why are you crying? That's what this is about, son. It's okay to cry. We cry as men. Why are you crying, though, son? Come on. Tell me, why are you crying? It's called a test for a reason, but why are you crying? Go ahead, son. Because what?
Because it is hard to do it with my left hand.
Okay, good. But you did it, though. You punched it with your left hand. You know in life there's going to be things harder for you to do than other things?
Yes, sir.
And you know those things that may appear to be hard to do, you're going to have to do as a man, regardless. And it's going to take tears. It's going to take the blood of Yeshua, Jesus, and your sweat to break through it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I don't mind you crying. I cry a lot too. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I want you to you're pulling your blow. I don't know if you're facing fear or you're feeling that you may not make it. And we all face that from time to time. And when as soon as we hit resistance, we want to stop, right? Because it's hurting. We feel that pain. We're like, I'm not going through this no more, right?
Exactly.
We have to go all through as men. It's going to be very painful. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Being a black man in this country, you're going to need mental fortitude. You're going to have to be strong here more so than here. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You can do it. You just got to put your mind to it. And it's good to cry so you can work through that emotion. So when it arises again, you can push it to the side and do what you got to do. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good. Let's see what you got. Breathe easy. Dig. Hard. Tell me what hard as you can.
Wow. Mental fortitude. You got to be tough here. We got to be tough here. We got to be tough here. Right? Mental fortitude. Yes. That's so awesome he said that. Again, look at the setting. All his peers sitting down watching him. Right? The dude with the board. He hitting the board. He got that resistance. Man, his hand hurting. Like, man, he's starting to doubt himself. And it looked like the sensei or the teacher is fussing at him like, hey, man, you got to pull through. He was just telling him, pull all the way through. You know, don't hold back. Pull all the way through and you'll break it. And so he getting more doubt. He's on that stage. And that's how you be sometimes. You be on that stage. All your peers watching, right? And you got everybody watching. And then it's just like, quitting is easy, man. Quitting is easy. But I'm here to tell you, don't quit today, man. Don't quit. Keep going. Keep going. You can do it. You feel what I'm saying? You've overcome worse stuff in your past. Continue to keep going on, man. You can do it. I believe you can do it. And I believe you watching this channel and today for a reason. To be encouraged, to keep pushing. Mental fortitude. What is a fortitude? A fortitude is a castle. It's like a castle, a fortification. Mental fortitude, not wearing your emotions on your sleeve, right? And just because he cried don't mean he wasn't. I remember he was telling the story one time. He was talking about how he could do jiu-jitsu. He Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all this stuff. And he was somewhere, and he was around some people, and he started crying. I forgot what he must have been telling this story. And a dude charged him because he was saying oh man, I got him. He weak. He's at a vulnerable position because he's crying and showing his emotions. But man, that dude ran at him. Boop, 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 boop. Before you know it, the dude was on his back and he was helping him up like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Just because you see these tears don't mean I still ain't strong and I still won't give you that business. You know what I mean? And so many times he's like, man, we see the tears. He weak. Right? We got him in a vulnerable position. She weak. We got her in a vulnerable position. No. I'm releasing, so I ain't beasting. If I don't release, a greater beast gonna come out. It's gonna be bad for everybody, right? It could be potentially bad for everybody, right? And then I'm where I'm not supposed to be. You where you're not supposed to be, whatever. But if I could release that and control that lion and have that mental fortitude, that mental toughness, and I think that's what happened to us over the years, this last 400 years, man. That fear, that torment, Deuteronomy 28, that fear, that torment, that scare that's always on our heels. It says, when it was the morning, we would wish it was day. And then when it was day, we wish it was the night again. And we always, but it brought some fortitude to us. Those struggles gave us a resilience and a strength that is unmatched. So if you get fired from your job, yeah, your portfolio, this, that, and the other, that don't mean jump out the window, cousin. No, because all of the life skills that I've learned, they coming with me, right? They lose out when I get terminated or whatever. Feel me? You got to think that. They lose out. They're losing a valuable asset to their company when they fire me. But all my skills and I'm not saying I can't be replaced. I'm not saying that. But there's no one like me. You are unique as your fingerprint. You are unique as your fingerprint. That's why when something happens, they run the fingerprints. Because there's It might be somebody else that look like you, walk, talk, sound like you, but there's not another you out of 7-8 billion people on the planet. You are the only you in this whole world. So you are unique as your fingerprint. So when you leave, your resources go with that. Who you are, go with that. And don't leave bitter. Don't leave angry. You know, if they say, man, we decided to go another direction. Okay. All right, Mosai, what you got for me? What you got for me? Well, you know, and even if it is because of some unforeseen circumstances. All right, I understand that. No, they didn't throw the Most High off guard. What you got for me, Most High? What's my next assignment? Who else I'm gonna have to be around to bless, be a blessing? I'm blessed to be a blessing. When you walk into the wherever, you're a blessing to the company, to the people that you work with, the people you're around, right? You're blessed to be a blessing. So what's my next assignment, Most High? What is my next assignment? So that's what you got to believe. Amen. So let's read some of these comments. Mr. Black, what is this fist, man? Wait a minute. Wait. I'm going to read them later. Tears means that the line will come out if you come for me. Oh, yeah. Now, I know some brothers that's like, if he laughing, they joking, he cool. But when he mad and the tears coming out, it's like, oh, y'all let's chill out. Because them tears is something he's about to get interested around here. And you thinking, oh, he crying. No, stand down and stand back, because that brother is about to go. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah. Keep going. That's what I'm saying. Keep going, Black Ties. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I didn't start watching the video. Been watching those videos. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, keep going, man. Keep going. This is the last one for real. Because I like to keep videos within the hour or so or less. But this last one is from the same dude. And so I just want y'all to know, man, to press through. We've been dealing with a lot of stuff, man. These last 2 years, it's been very interesting for a lot of friends and family. I got a friend who lost his mom in February and his dad in July of the same year, August of the same year. You feel what I'm saying? We all been going through stuff, man, but you're resilient. You got to have that mental fortitude. Keep going. This ain't your first rodeo. And this ain't gonna take you out. It's gonna make you stronger. It's a next chapter. It's a new chapter in your life. Turn that page, man. We are built for this. You are built for this. You're called for such a time as this. And I remember, and I was like, when I started looking at the book and I started looking at the surroundings, I'm like, oh, I'm born in the end time. What in the world is going on? And Most High had to remind me, said, I made you for this end time. That's right. You are born for this end time for a reason, right? I ain't born into slavery. I ain't born into none of that, I'm born in the end time for a reason. And it's not us, like he said. It's not us. That's the problem we get. He gonna get an increase. One man plant, another sister may water, but Yah will give the increase. He will give the increase. So I'm going to show this last video. I was trying to understand it. It said no more church boys training to go from boys to men. So I don't know what you mean by no, but just check it out. This last video.
If we saw a tree right here, if a tree just grew up out of this mat and all of a sudden we start seeing apples fall from it, what kind of tree would it be? Apple tree. Say apple tree. That's smart. Okay, good. What if the tree could talk and the tree says, no, I'm an orange tree? Would you believe him? No. Why?
Because it produces apples.
Good. So if you say you're a follower of Yeshua, or you say you delight in the Lord's or Adonai's commandments, but yet we keep getting into trouble or doing foolish things over and over again, are we really a servant or follower of Yeshua?
No, sir.
A good tree cannot produce bad fruit, and a bad tree cannot produce good fruit. So every tree that does not produce good fruit is chopped down and thrown into the fire. Yes, just as you can identify or pick out a tree by its fruit, like we just did with the apple tree. You can identify people by what they do or their actions. So it's very important, son, Caden, all of us, that we understand that we don't just read our word and study it and don't live it. That's called a church boy. That's the reason Adonai has a bad name amongst those who don't believe in him. Because all of us who say we follow him, we end up doing other things. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
So I'm serious in here. Whenever you're in school and you feel like you're about to make a mistake, how many of you guys pray? Good. You good. All of you, Caden, did you pray today before you was about to get in an altercation?
Yes, sir.
You did? What happened? Why did you submit to your flesh or your soul? Yes.
What's an altercation?
Altercation, say a fight or a beef, okay? You still don't understand?
I understand.
Okay. All right. That's what happened with Caden today. All right? Yes.
Caden, did you actually pray, or are you just saying that?
I did.
What did you pray?
I prayed that I would have a good day today.
No. Okay, you misunderstood what I was asking you. Before, when you got angry at the person in school, did you pray for Yeshua or the Ruach HaKodesh to give you the strength and the power to not get in a fight?
No, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
So say in combat, people will always say, I'm a black belt. Say, I'm a black belt.
I'm a black belt.
And in one of my favorite arts, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if you say it's such a small community, you know what a community is, right?
Yes.
All right, good, all right. It's such a small community that they know who are all the black belts, okay? So it's been many times people say they're a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and they would go test them to see if they are a black belt. And either the guy won't want to grapple with them, or he'll grapple and lose over and over. Like it would be without question that he's not a black belt, because a lower ranking belt, a blue belt or purple belt, would beat him. So let's tie that to the spiritual world. We all say we follow Yeshua, but yet we wear a cross around our neck, but we don't carry the cross on our back, meaning we don't live it. Situation, if you about to get in a fight, right, at school, right?
Yes, sir.
We are to rule our emotions, to cause whatever's going to cause us to go against God. We check that. So next time that happens, you about to get mad, you calm that soul down, say, hold on, is this the best thing I should be doing right now? Yeshua, give me the strength to make the best decision. I don't want to honor my soul over you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about. No more church boys. No more church boys. Would you get your room clean? You know it has to be clean to make your father happy. He work hard. Get it clean. You know I want as soon as you finish eating, your dishes are supposed to be washed, right?
Yes, sir.
Do it. That's how you practice it now. If you don't practice it, you'll never be good at it. Same thing with martial arts. If I tell you a cross-collar choke is here and you keep doing this, it won't work. Or you say, I do know it, but you're lazy, not practicing. And then when somebody a bully's trying to hurt you, you're not able to execute a rear naked choke or whatever because you hadn't practiced it. You keep practicing over and over. The same thing with our walk. Same thing. You may fail the first time. You may not be able to get the rear naked choke or the throw. But because you kept practicing, eventually, boom, he goes fast. Do we understand?
Yes.
But if you don't practice, Caden, becoming stronger against people who make you mad, or when you're tired and don't want to clean your room because maybe Hoshi keep messing it up, or you're angry and you want to fall out, Elisha, or Yasha, whatever it may be. If you don't practice doing better, you'll never get better. So say no more church boys.
No more church boys.
All right, we're only creating warriors of Yah in here. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any questions?
No, sir. No,
Oh, good. All right.
Wow. Yeah, man. That dude is the truth, man. So I like what he's doing. The martial art with those brothers up in Detroit, Michigan. Man, we need to just split them up and put them in every city in the United States. But that's what you for in your city, to be that change. You know what I mean? And he grew up in a single parent home, and his son asked him, "Dad, how can you be such a great dad growing up in a single parent home?" And he said it was easy because I'm being to you everything that I long for. And I was like, wow, that's powerful. I'm being to you everything I long for. So man, that's very, very powerful. He's basically saying be a man of your word. That's what he's getting at. Be a man or woman of your word. Try to be a man or woman of your. And if you mess up, you drop the ball. Say, you know what, I messed up. I dropped the ball on that. Forgive me. You know what I mean? And but man, we got to be have that what do you call that mental fortitude in this end time, that mental fortitude, and we got to have an overflow because we can't be selfish because people are going through all around us. People are going through all around us, and I know sometimes we got to be strong and quote unquote deny ourselves so we can help others. No, take care of yourself as well, because when you be burnt out, you can't really help the next person. Overflow means it's flowing over, which means you're taken care of and you can take care of yourself, right? You can be able to do both. But I'm not saying that I got to be strong for the family and you're not taking care of yourself with your rest, your proper eating, your proper sleeping, drinking your water. Yeah, something as simple as water and sleep. We need to do those different things. We got to get back to those different things. We're going to be no good. We're going to burn ourselves out. We're going to check out. We ain't going to be able to help each other out. All right. So that's it. Hopefully that, blessed one of you guys. Like, subscribe, share with someone else. On IG, find me on IG, Elephant Man _podcast. And get with us on Facebook too, so we can chop it up or whatever. And let's see what some of the conversations that need worldwide. Yeah, absolutely. And I think what it is the main part is the ruach, submitting to it, being strong. Because some people can get the information and then be passive and weak, and then other people may be crazy strong, but they not in line and in sync with the Most High. So, like, I hear a lot of teachers, I say, oh, that's pretty tight, man. He's bold enough to say that and do that, but he denying the Most High. You feel what I'm saying? So, if it ain't Torah based, I mean, you're gonna be successful for a little bit, but you ain't gonna take off like you can, And I say stuff like that, and I lose about 4 or 5 subscribers. But it is what it is. And blessings to you, Ruh Maha. This was such a blessing. Oh, thank you. I hope y'all was blessed. Especially, I'm glad that you was blessed by it too. Shalom for real, man. And it encouraged me too as I watch. Every time I watch them, because I like the 4th time watching them. And every time I watch them, I be like, man, I can do this. And I'm telling you today, bro, you can do this, sis. You can do this. You got the creator of the universe on your side. You can do this. He will lead you and guide you into all truth. You can do this. So, amen. So, tomorrow, a few questions about 9/11. It's not a conspiracy theory show. I just got questions. Some people going to get mad, but I just got some questions, And Only God Can Judge Me Part 3. That's going to be on Tuesday. We're going to go over that a little bit. And I got to go study this stuff. So, because I want to give people the best. I want you guys to have the best. I don't want to have dialogue show, because y'all deserve the best. Because y'all guys chosen. And you deserve the best. And I honor you and I respect all y'all that tune in, because y'all could have been doing something else. But y'all hanging out with me. So salute to y'all. And I thank y'all. And like, subscribe, share this with other folk, and let's get the word out. And we are out of here. Shalom.
Perfect.